If you are hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
Stop everything. Nike didn't just drop a logo. They detonated a bomb inside women's sports. And the aftershocks are shaking Wall Street, arenas, and locker rooms across America. Caitlin Clark's signature mark has been revealed, and the numbers attached to it aren't just impressive. They're downright terrifying. Within minutes, whispers of game over started circling the industry. Because this wasn't branding. This was an execution. And the victim? Every competitor who thought women's basketball couldn't rewrite the rules of billion-dollar business. And trust me, this is only the beginning. If you think this is just another sports headline, hit subscribe, because what you're about to hear changes the entire future of the game.
And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like...
After months of silence and speculation, the curtain finally dropped. In a sleek, high-stakes reveal that felt more like a courtroom verdict than a sneaker unveiling, Caitlin Clark sat down and revealed those interlocking C's, with a secret third C, almost hidden like a signature inside a contract. The room froze, because everyone knew this wasn't just clever design. It was Nike loading the chamber of a financial weapon that could redefine the economics of women's sports forever. The applause came quick, but the shockwaves hit faster. And when the first sales numbers leaked, everything escalated.
I think it's growing on me. I do. I think I like it. I went to order a T-shirt and I can't get one. We're on that pre-order action, I guess. Comparison, this is the logo, the two CCs intertwined together. Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo. And I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart.
The design looks simple at first glance. Clean, sharp, almost innocent. But then you see it. Two interwoven C's. A magnetic connection to millions of fans. And buried inside, that hidden third C, the symbol of something far more dangerous. A story of a game built from obsession, precision, and the kind of inner fire you can't buy. It's not just a logo, it's a warning shot. A reminder that Clark isn't here to participate. She's here to take over. And the message to rivals was clear. This is the new order of basketball, whether you like it or not. Stay locked in, because when the real numbers hit, the industry didn't just react, it panicked.
Double C on my jacket like Caitlin Clark. Flau'jae Johnson called it with her reference to CC in her song, because finally Nike has unveiled the signature CC logo, which features two C's. Caitlin Clark, of course, her name. I've joked about this situation for a while when people wonder what was going on with Nike, and I just can't imagine they would sign her to the deal that they did and then not eventually have some big product on the way. And of course, she is part of the partnership as well. Perhaps she could have been promoted more in the meantime, but regardless, she's so popular, all you got to do is drop a link.
Nike and Caitlin Clark didn't just slap a logo on paper. They obsessed over every microscopic detail. Meetings dragged past midnight. Designers argued over angles like it was life or death. And Clark demanded perfection in every curve of those letters. What emerged wasn't just branding, it was a manifesto. Precision, power, legacy. But here's the twist. When that logo finally hit the public, the response wasn't applause. It was detonation. The market didn't clap. It exploded. And that's when investors realized this was no ordinary launch.
It looked like Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch, but it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike. Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Caitlin Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands.
Picture a courtroom where evidence is slammed on the table. That's what happened when the first numbers dropped. Nike's stock, already climbing, suddenly surged like a verdict had been read in their favor. 3% gains overnight, 17% since earnings. Analysts leaned forward, scribbling notes like jurors who just realized they were witnessing history. Clark's logo wasn't just selling merch, it was minting money in real time, and Wall Street hadn't even seen the full case yet. If you're still here, buckle up, because the real trial hasn't even started. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next bombshell.
That says Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the court. Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet, but you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out lickety-split.
And here's where the story turns from shocking to almost unbelievable. Industry insiders whispered numbers that sounded like science fiction. $100 million in year one. Some pushed it higher, $150 million. A women's basketball shoe projected to outpace entire NBA lines? Sneaker expert Nick DePaula didn't mince words. This isn't just big. This is top 5, period. But the room went silent when projections hinted at something even darker. Caitlin Clark's brand wasn't just about sales. It was about rewriting the entire power map of sports. And the question became, who survives when she takes the throne?
And all it took was for her to take to social media to make this announcement, for everybody to go into a frenzy, and for, I think, the vibes to pick up just a little bit. It's that genuine love the fans have for Caitlin Clark. And the logo, pretty dope. Pretty dope, if I do say so myself. You see it right there. That's the look at it from the truck. They're going to be having to back up Brinks trucks to deal with all the orders that are coming for that sucker. But Caitlin Clark makes the announcement, says that the signature line is on the way in 2026.
Critics scrambled for excuses. Commentators tried to downplay the hype. But then the receipts dropped on live TV, and the defense collapsed. Caitlin Clark wasn't just moving merchandise, she was shifting economies. One woman accounted for over a quarter of the WNBA's economic output in 2024. By 2025, analysts predicted she could generate $1 billion in league-wide impact. Jerseys sold like court orders. Her Indiana Fever jersey hit second place in all of basketball, trailing only Steph Curry. Sales spiked 1,193% in a single year. This wasn't athlete demand. This was a cultural uprising, and Nike knew it.
Caitlin Clark's new Kobe Bryant 5 sneaker sells out online in minutes. There hasn't been this much calamity over a white woman's shoe since Cinderella and the glass slipper.
And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
What Nike understood before anyone else was simple. They weren't signing an athlete. They were gambling on a cultural revolution. Analysts whispered it was a bold bet on women. But behind closed doors, executives knew the timing was lethal. Women's sports revenue was projected to spike 25% in 2025, with basketball overtaking soccer worldwide. Nike's gamble had already paid off. Wilson's and Ionescu's shoes vanished in minutes. Investors grinned, and Clark hadn't even laced up her signature yet. The stage was set, and when Clark's shoe finally dropped, Nike wanted it to be nothing short of perfect murder.
The hardest logo, man, right now, currently, man. This is so dope, man. Oh, Nike, y'all did a good job with this, man. This is so clean. Go on her shoes, for shirts. Oh, man, that's going to be so raw. Clark with the hardest logo in the game right now, man. That shit is super clean. I love it. I love it. It's super dope, man. Hey, Clark, just when they want to be dropping they stuff, you know you got something in the works, man, and you going to drop it. It's going to be way harder than everybody else's shit, man. The new God Caitlin Clark logo, man. Super sick.
Here's where things get chilling. Nike could have rushed Clark's shoe, a flashy All-Star Weekend debut, a quick cash grab, but they didn't. Instead, they played the long game, extending the timeline like a general planning war. 2 years of obsessive development. Every test, every stitch, every prototype guarded like classified files. Why? Because when this shoe finally launches in spring 2026, it isn't dropping as a sneaker. It's arriving as an event. Only 12 women in WNBA history have had this honor. Clark will become the 13th, but the first with height big enough to rival the NBA's giants. And once that door opens, there's no closing it again. Stay locked in. When I tell you how fast her first merch line sold out, you'll understand why experts are calling this a billion-dollar revolution.
And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this, this has never been done. Never been done. A sport brand turn luxury brand, and it's affordable. Affordable. See, that's the whole thing. It's a luxury brand that's affordable and is fashionable at the same damn time. And if this is how the ladies stuff look, I'm desperately seeking how the men's stuff look.
October 1st, the drop date. Hoodies, tees, shorts, premium fits. All ages, all markets. But Nike didn't even wait that long. A navy and yellow logo shirt dropped in September. And within minutes, gone, wiped clean. WNBA sales had already exploded 500% across the league. But Clark was the rising tide lifting every boat. Dick's Sporting Goods saw numbers jump 233%. Fanatics called it unprecedented. Clark ranked 6th among all basketball players in sales, men included. The courtroom evidence was undeniable. Caitlin Clark wasn't just making history. She was remaking the entire industry. And the verdict is clear. This is only the beginning.